Hello, in this video I am talking about my latest action figure pickups, which include...
Incoming game.
Ah!
Warning. Incoming game.
Hello and welcome to Retro Toys TV. My name's Tim. On this channel I produce videos all about collecting retro toys from the 80s and the 90s, as well as mixing in a little bit of nostalgia for good measure. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. In this video I'm talking about one of my latest toy pickups for my collection. I say latest, but I'll be honest, this stuff was picked up just before the new year. It's been kind of sat in storage for a little bit, but with everything else that's going on in the world at the moment, the concepts of normality have been thrown out the window. You see, these items were picked up as a consolation prize, if you will, for what normally happens after Christmas in the toy collecting world here in the UK. You see, normally there is the biggest single toy fair in the UK that happens just after Christmas, normally around about the 27th of December, at the NEC in Birmingham. So what happened instead was the guys over at the Leicester Vintage and Old Toy Shop, I'll stick a link in the description below so you can go and have a look at their Facebook page. They put on a series of online auctions during the various different lockdowns we've had over here in the UK. And they put one on around about the same time as the Mahusive Toy Fair. And there were a couple of items that came up on this post-Christmas auction that I thought, yep, you know what? I am going to get my hands on them and I'm going to spend my money. And, as luck would have it, I was successful in getting some really good stuff pretty cheaply as well, so I was quite happy with that. So today we are looking at the acquisitions from that auction, and it is Reboot Toys. The clever people amongst you and the long-term subscribers will notice that I did a video about reboots a few years ago. They were actually one of the first lot of items in my Retro Toys collection. And you also remember that not long ago in a video I told you that I'd actually sold those items. So I've sold them and now I wanted to buy them back. Yeah, the reason why, these aren't boxed, I'll show them in a minute, these aren't boxed. So the ones I had previously were in boxes, and the reason I got rid of them originally was I was making more space for other items. There's probably a video coming up at some point soon about box versus unboxed toys and how we collect them, but there's something, it's still kind of fermenting in my brain at the moment. But I've got a soft spot for Reboot. I really liked the cartoon when it was out in the UK when I was a kid, and I really liked the toys. And when I saw this quite big collection for sale, I kind of thought, you know what, I will go back and revisit some of the items that used to be in my collection and actually buy them again. And thankfully, no one else bid on them. So I got, like I say, I got them really cheap. So I wanted to show you them here today. So the first one on the list is Bob. He was the main hero from the cartoon, and again, really nice condition. I really like the detail on these action figures, and I liked it before and I'll say I like it again. I like the detail on the face and also the hair. The hair mold is really cool. He's got the little glitch, his little kind of tool on his wrist there, which I never really noticed before. And also these action figures, they've got a really good actuation. I can never say actuation, I'm going to say movement. They have really good movement on 1, 2, 3, 4 point movement there. The legs, absolutely really cool. It's really smooth movement for something that is probably, what, 20 odd years old. So it's actually really nice, and I like the weight of the action figure. Of course, I never took them out of the box last time, so this is actually a new thing for me, because before they were just kind of sitting there not really doing anything. Next we have Dot. Dot was the female hero from the group of goodies. She was she Enzo's mum or Enzo's aunt or Enzo's sister, and of course she was a bit of a love interest for Bob. Again, really nice detail on the face, I do like that, and the action figure has a nice weight to it and a good movement, and the joints are all really slick and they are really easy to move, so there's no kind of aging or any damage there that I can see on these action figures. Next up we have Enzo. Enzo was the annoying little kid character who was Dot's sister. He comes with a kind of like floating skateboard thing and the old backwards cap. Again, really nice detail and good functionality from the action figure, which is nice to see. His character changed over the course of the cartoon. He went from the little kid to the full-grown adult character as it went into the kind of darker season 3, I think it was, and season 4, but essentially that is the core Enzo character that I remember from the cartoon. Now we move on to the villains. The villains, the two main villains for Reboot were Megabyte and Hexadecimal, and I have both of them here. This, now, I said it about Bob and I said it about Dot. The character, the weight of it is really nice weight. It's not, doesn't feel like loose kind of plastic. It's a really nice solid action figure, and again the movement here, really nice, really smooth movement, no kind of sticking, no kind of damage, and it certainly survived the test of time. So I'm really impressed actually by the build quality of these characters. Again, the detail on it is really good. There's some really nice detail on the face and on the arms, and also on some of the other parts of the body. So full credit to Irwin Toys for the way these were created, because actually I think they are something that, compared to some of the other toys you saw from like the early to mid 90s, these are produced really well. I'm trying to think of something. If you look at some of the latter New Adventures of He-Man figures, they don't really stand up, they don't really compare. These are actually really good quality detailed figures. Next up is Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal was the female villain. She is, well, she's a thin character and she's a little bit, feels like a little bit delicate, but again, certainly not in any way damaged. And she's also, if you can see here, she's also got her cape, and that is intact. It's some kind of like digital kind of sort of cabling kind of circuit board kind of representation. Again, that is intact. So these are good quality figures. So I'm actually really chuffed at the price I paid for this set. They're in really good nick. Now, I had her in the box, and she did have different faces that do come out. Can you see that? Faces come out. So obviously I'm missing the interchangeable faces, because I think she had like a sad face as well as a angry face, so I need to try and see if I can get a hold of them. And last but not least, the biggest entries to this Reboot action figure collection are the combination of Hack and his partner in crime, Slash. Now, Hack and Slash were the comedy relief minions of Megabyte, always trying to help him out but always failing to succeed, the classic kind of thing you always see in 80s and 90s cartoons. And these are quite big and also, once again, very detailed characters that fully portray what you saw on the screen. They're a little bit delicate, I have to admit. I had to put the arms back in when I got them through the post. But they come with a really cool little stand. Well, I should say all the figures come with stands, but this comes a really nice little stand. The hovering ball thing that they used to have goes in. So I think that was a really nice little addition to these action figures. Well, I can say that I'm suitably impressed with these Reboot action figures, and it makes me really wish I'd taken those ones out of the box when I had them last time. I think Irwin Toys are going to be credited for making some really cool toys here that not only represented what we saw on TV, but have stood the test of times in terms of quality. And actually, it's kind of refueled my desire to maybe add some more of these to my collection. So, what did you think of these Reboot action figures? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Have you got any of these Reboot toys in your collection? Also, have you got any of the rare action figures that came with the CD-ROMs? If you have, stick a comment in the comments below as always, and let's connect. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel and please give this video a like. I'll be back soon with some more pickups for my collection and other retro toys related videos. So until then, cheerio for now. Bye bye.